But Dr. Tiku, is it now time to call, I mean, we've already given it endemic status, but, now that is something along with flu, fever, we will have COVID cases also. Is that now becoming part of the, trajectory?
I think so because the pandemic is at the fag end now. Had it not been a surge in China, I think they would have just called for an end of the pandemic. But
That's
yes,
where it
we'll
all
have to,
begins.
yeah, but we'll have to live with it. I mean, you do get flu every season, you have different strains. Even
Mm.
like with COVID, you have these mutations and different strains. And as far as the booster also goes, we're not very sure how much it will protect us against these sublineages of Omicron, whether it's XBB 1.16 or 1.5. So every year we'll have to do some sort of tinkering with the strains of the vaccine. Everywhere we should ideally have a COVID vaccine which has those strains which are prevalent during that season. So we'll have to live with it. It is going to end sooner or later. And you will have a few COVID cases, you'll have a few flu cases throughout the year, more so in the winter, especially when the weather is fluctuating and there's pollution in a city like Delhi. You do get respiratory infections every now and then, but we have to deal with it. We should know what we have to do. Those with comorbidities should start their inhalers, should start their medicines on time. When it's coming in the winter season, we have to be careful. Take your vaccinations, the ones who have not had a flu shot. Now, flu shot is very important. So it doesn't give you 100% protection. But like in the case of COVID vaccine, the flu vaccine does protect you. It does give you at least 60% of protection. It does give you. It doesn't give you that much protection against H3N2, but every individual 6 months and above of age, even children, should have the flu shot every year in the month of October, November. And that is a must. And also with the COVID vaccine, I'm sure with time we'll have new boosters which covers all these variants which are prevalent at that point of time. But again, overall immunity we should try to develop and increase by having adequate rest, good sleep, good diet, doing yoga, meditation. That is also very important.
Vaccines which have been developed against the specific Omicron variants that are present today. And then hopefully they will be better at, thwarting the immune escape, which this virus is very good at. But thankfully, since it is not very virulent, since it doesn't affect the lungs as much, since it is not so much of a systemic disease that this virus gives, I think caution, but no panic. And talking about, ending the pandemic, I think the WHO has been quite cautious. The WHO president did say in September that we are nearing the end, but then we had that spike in China. And so, again, things got delayed. But I think it is time that calling it a public health emergency of international concern, at least that label should be taken off.
Dr. Tiku, is long COVID. Where are we on that? And because a lot of illnesses today now are being traced back to long COVID. Is that correct? And is there any cure for it, or is there any one? I don't think there's a one-stop cure, but anything that you can suggest.
No, we're seeing a lot of patients who had a bad COVID, especially in the last 2 years, having long COVID symptoms even now. And the commonest symptoms are actually fatigue, breathlessness, dry cough, gastrointestinal symptoms, loss of appetite, insomnia. A lot of people are complaining of sleep disturbances. They're not able to sleep, panic attacks, mood swings, brain fog. All this has been, but more so with patients who had a very dreadful COVID, who had a very severe disease. The ones who had mild disease usually do not end up with such prolonged long COVID symptoms. But again, there's no specific treatment for this. Again, as I said, you work on your immunity, maybe specific treatment. If you're having cough, then maybe you need inhalers. And if you're having severe sleep issues, insomnia, then maybe some medicine for a short period of time will help you to sleep. But overall, you'll have to look at your health and improve your immunity again, like good diet, good rest, adequate sleep, take supplements, lots of green vegetables, fruits, and do regular exercise in the form of, say, half an hour of walk 5 days a week. and that should be fine.
Dr. Mahajan, in terms of, apart from long COVID, what are the other, if you can just say that these are the markers one should now, regular checkups, what are the things that you suggest that one should do?
See, Priya, what one silver lining to
Mm.
the COVID cloud is that people have become more
Health.
conscious about their health. And wellness is something which used to be at the periphery of
Mm.
healthcare. That now is slowly coming to the center stage where people are conscious that they need to get tested, they need to have a healthy lifestyle, have those walks, eat fruits, try to develop good immune status, and sleep well. So, what we've seen after COVID has gone is that more and more people who are healthy are
Mm.
coming in for getting tested. And this could be for heart health, it could be for cholesterol and lipid profile, it could be even for liver and overall general wellness. And also because of this, we are picking up those who are at risk of developing diabetes in the
Ah.
pre-diabetic stage. So with that, you can actually help them. And once someone knows that they are in the pre-diabetic stage, and it's a simple blood test, then they do become careful. Also, another thing we've seen, because
Mm.
there have been a few cases of sudden cardiac deaths in the young.
Ah.
Because of that, heart health has come to the fore, and we are seeing, since apart from our blood and genomics, we are predominantly a imaging lab, and that's
Mm.
where we are doing more and more of echocardiography, more and more of stress echoes, nuclear medicine scans, stress thallium, and also CT angiography of the arteries of the
The
heart.
nuclear medicine scan?
Excuse me.
What is a nuclear medicine scan?
Nuclear medicine scan is, you make a person walk on a treadmill,
Okay.
generate stress, and then an isotope is injected, and you're able to see the perfusion of blood in the muscles of the heart. And
Okay.
then you do it at rest, and you see whether if there was some perfusion defect, has it filled in or not. This is called reversible ischemia. So just to say that when you are exercising or under stress, your heart
Mm.
needs more blood. And
Okay.
this is what using a nuclear medicine scan called a stress myocardial perfusion scan or a stress thallium we are able to pick up. And the final word is the CT angiogram, which now we are seeing many more. We've been doing it for 19 years in this country. And we've seen a surge of these in the last 6 months. And these are all healthy individuals or those who believe they may have something or indeterminate pain in the chest, which could be a muscular pain, it could be something because of acidity. But these people are more careful now and are coming in. So I think we are entering an era where preventive medicine and predictive medicine are coming into their own. Predictive medicine is also helped by genome sequencing. Just
Mm.
as we had genome sequencing for COVID, similarly, we know that many illnesses, a number of cancers, heart disease, dementias, kidney disease, they have a genetic basis. And so, if someone has cancer in the family, if a mother of a young girl has cancer, then through genome sequencing, we can know whether the mother has a certain mutation. Mutation is the same thing that happens when a delta variant becomes Omicron or alpha
Mm.
becomes delta.
Mm.
Similarly, if that mutation is there, then that increases your risk of breast cancer, or in males, prostate cancer, colon cancer. And so, uh, when cancer occurs in families, then there is this increasing desire of people who are absolutely healthy to
So we
know whether they also have that mutation or not, and whether they are at higher risk. And if they are at higher risk, then you can screen for that cancer in a very diligent, proper manner at regular intervals. And as you know, if we pick up cancer early, it can be cured. If it's in stage 3 or 4, then it's a losing battle. A lot of suffering, also a huge amount of economic burden on the family and society as a large. So I think preventive and predictive medicine have come to the forefront, and we hope that this continues, because we used to, read in school that prevention is better than cure. Now, when we've grown up, we also know that prevention is much cheaper than cure.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.